They're my parents.
Hello, they locked you in a tower.
Hey, that was for my own...
Good! Now here's our chance. Let's go back inside and pretend we're not home.
Harold,
We have to be...
quick! While they're not looking, we can make a run for it.
Shrek, stop it!
There was an idiom in that previous clip. I hope that you heard it. These videos are all about idiomatic phrases. Hello, my name is Dakota, and if you've ever walked out of an English class thinking, hey, I'm beginning to really understand English, only to be totally frustrated when you sat down and watched an American movie. You may have understood most of the words being spoken, but you couldn't understand the meaning. Having a clear understanding of English is so important, whether it's being used in school, social situations, or in your professional life. English has become the common world language, and regardless of why you're trying to learn it, it is essential that you understand the true meaning of what is being said. To do so, you must understand idioms and phrasal verbs. This is why I'm making these videos. So sit back and relax, and let's learn about idioms and phrasal verbs.
Let's take a look at our first phrase. The name of this phrase is, take it back. The meaning of this phrase is, to retract or withdraw something that was said. An example of this phrase is, last night, my girlfriend and I had an argument. I said some things that I wish that I could take back. This means that I said some things to my girlfriend that I regret and wish that I could retract. And just to summarize, take it back means to admit that your opinion, or something you said, was wrong. Excellent. Now let's take a look at some video clips that provide examples of this phrase.
Please, I wish you'd be quiet for 1 minute. No, that one didn't count. I take it back. Please, I take it back. That wasn't my wish.
Here, Tinker Bell is holding a magic mirror that will give her anything that she can wish for. After accidentally wishing that the bee would stop being so noisy, she realizes that she has wasted her wish. She immediately tells the mirror that she wants to take her wish back. She is saying that she wants to retract or withdraw her wish. She doesn't want the mirror to count that as a wish.
Hey, look, Doc, I'm not them.
Oh, yeah?
No, I'm not.
When is the last time you cared about something except yourself, Hot Rod? You name me one time, and I will take it all back.
Here, Doc tells Lightning McQueen that he doesn't care about the feelings of others. After Lightning disagrees with him, Doc tells McQueen that if he can remember the last time that he cared about someone more than himself, he would take it all back. Doc is saying that if Lightning can remember a time when he wasn't selfish, he would withdraw the negative comments that he had just made.
And us, your lifelong friends, we're just holding you back?
Yeah, maybe you are.
Take it back! Apologize!
Prison is no place for fighting.
Here, after Wolf suddenly admits that his friends might be holding him back from improving his life, Snake gets very angry and says, "Take it back." Snake wants Wolf to retract the insulting comment that he just made. Great! Now let's look at our second phrase. The name of this phrase is, catch up on. The meaning of this phrase is, to spend extra time doing something because you have not done it earlier. An example of this phrase is, I'm taking a day off today from work just to relax and catch up on my reading. This means that I am not working today because I want to relax and read some books that I have not had the time to read previously. And just to summarize, catch up on means to do more of something that had previously been neglected. Now let's look at some video clips that provide examples of this phrase.
Sit down, tell me everything.
The thing is, since I registered so late, I've got a lot of school stuff to catch up on.
What was that?
Here, Hero is talking to his mother. He tells her that he has a lot of schoolwork to catch up on. He is saying that he must spend extra time doing the schoolwork that was previously not done.
So you're a free man for the weekend. What are your plans?
I don't know, probably just catch up on my reading, take a walk on the beach, a little me time. What about you?
Pretty much the same. Except instead of reading and walking, I'm going on a date.
Here, Charlie asks Alan what he will do with the free time that he will have over the weekend. Alan says that he will catch up on his reading. Alan is saying that he will spend extra time reading books and magazines that he has previously not had time to do.
Nice to see you. Both of you, look at me. Look how young I look. Oh, gosh, we have so much to catch up on. But first things first.
Here, Monica and Phoebe are meeting an old friend, Amanda. They haven't seen Amanda in a long time. Amanda tells them that there is so much that they need to catch up on. Amanda is saying that there are so many things that have happened to them during the years that they haven't seen each other, and she wants to discuss these events. Fantastic. Let's continue on with our third phrase. The name of this phrase is sitting pretty. The meaning of this phrase is to be in a good, safe, or comfortable situation. An example of this phrase is, I bought a bunch of Bitcoin when it was valued at $10. Now I'm really sitting pretty. This means that because of a wise investment that I made previously, I'm now in a very comfortable financial position. And just to summarize, sitting pretty means to be in a favorable position. Now let's look at some video clips that provide examples of this phrase.
Engine black eggs. If we can keep these down, we'll be sitting pretty.
That's them!
Quiet! I can't hear the eggs.
Here, a policeman and Homer are talking about how to cook eggs using the engine block of their car. The policeman says that if they can keep the eggs down, they will be sitting pretty. The policeman is saying that if they can continue cooking their eggs as they are currently doing, they will be in a good situation, where they can enjoy a nice meal.
Oh, I'd better get these dishes started.
Oh, please, permit me.
Oh, you're such a gentleman.
Great! So, I hand Roddy over to the Toad and claim the reward, then we're all sitting pretty for the rest of our lives.
Here, Roddy overhears Rita talking about handing him over to the police and collecting a reward. She says that if she does this, they will be sitting pretty. Rita is saying that if they report Roddy to the police, they can collect a reward and put themselves in a great financial situation, because they will have a lot of money.
Now the moon's out. Fine, 3 taps is me. Don't forget. How you doing? Got enough air?
Not very much.
That better? You're sitting pretty.
Here, Walter and Hildy are hiding a criminal, Williams, inside a desk. Walter goes over to the desk to check on Williams, and he asks how he's doing. After answering, Walter tells Williams that he's sitting pretty. Walter is saying that Williams is in a good place and that everything is okay. So we've now finished 3 phrases. What do you think? Are you enjoying these videos? We have more of these free videos online, and we're working hard to add more each week. It takes a lot of time to create this content, and we could really use your help. Please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. By subscribing to our channel, you will be able to receive notifications whenever we upload a new video to YouTube. We really need your help. Great work! We're now going to discuss our fourth phrase. The name of this phrase is, speak freely. The meaning of this phrase is, to speak honestly without worrying about what you are saying. An example of this phrase is, you've been doing a great job, Governor. However, if I may speak freely, we really need to do something about our healthcare program. The man is saying that if he can speak openly and honestly, more work is needed regarding the healthcare program. And just to summarize, speak freely means to speak openly and honestly without restraint. Now let's look at some video clips that provide examples of this phrase.
So you're a rocket scientist?
I was. Yeah.
Interesting. How did you end up here?
Well, it's all just numbers, really. Just changing what you're adding up, and to speak freely, the money here is considerably more attractive.
Here, Jared is in a meeting with a group of people. Jared asks Peter why he is working for an investment company when he has a background as a rocket scientist. Peter tells him that if he can speak freely, he's working there because the income that he can make at their company is far more than he can make if he were a rocket scientist. Peter is saying if he can speak openly and honestly, he is working at the investment company because he can make a lot more money there.
Lieutenant Kendrick says that he gave strict instructions that nothing was to happen to Santiago. Now, is this true? I want you to speak freely.
Here, Joanne, a lawyer, is asking two soldiers if Lieutenant Kendrick actually did give an order to them that said, nothing is to happen to Santiago. She tells them that she wants them to speak freely. Joanne is telling the soldiers to speak openly and honestly about what actually happened.
I recognize that supporting me as you did must have been difficult.
Is that a thank you?
I am simply acknowledging your difficulties.
Permission to speak freely, sir.
I welcome it.
Do you? Okay, then.
Here, Bones is talking to Spock about a difficult situation. Bones asks Spock for permission to speak freely. Bones wants to confront Spock about something and is asking the superior officer if he can speak openly and honestly. That's terrific. We're now going to look at our fifth phrase. The name of this phrase is, hold dear. The meaning of this phrase is, to care about something or someone a lot. An example of this phrase is, I think that many people in this country hold dear the land that has been set aside as our national parks. This means that people really cherish and appreciate the national parks of our country. And just to summarize, hold dear means to love, cherish, or to appreciate something or someone. Excellent. Now let's look at some video clips for more examples of this phrase.
These monsters are destroying everything and everyone we hold dear. And you kids should have jackets on.
Here, Marge is saying that the monsters are destroying everything and everyone that they hold dear. Marge is saying that the monsters are destroying everything and everyone that they value and care about.
They're gonna hate us.
As soon as they hear they're going to be lining up to pick
at the big bad chain store
that's out to destroy
everything they hold dear. Do you know what? We are going to seduce them. We're going to seduce them with our square footage.
Here, Joe is talking to his assistant, Kevin, about a public relations problem that they are having. They are expecting the public to object to their business because they are a big bad chain store. They feel that the public thinks that chain stores violate all the principles that they hold dear. This means that they think that the general public are opposed to chain stores because they hurt small private entrepreneurs that they love and value.
Now, in order to gain a conviction, the prosecution must prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. That's a very high standard, one we hold dear, one we set because we know once we start allowing people to be convicted with less.
Here, Jerry is talking to the jury during a trial. He reminds them that the prosecution must prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. He tells them that this is a high standard, one that they hold dear. Jerry is saying that proving someone is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt is a principle that people in law highly value and respect. All of us here at TD English hope that you're enjoying these videos, but we need your help. The YouTube algorithm doesn't really support us because we are a young channel. If you enjoyed these videos, please spread the word by copying the link to this video to Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, or any other form of social media that you use. We need our community of English learners to work together to allow us to produce more of this content. We also want to thank all of you for subscribing and helping us. It is greatly appreciated. You're doing great. Let's look at our sixth phrase. The name of this phrase is, make a run for it. The meaning of this phrase is, to suddenly start running to escape from somewhere. An example of this phrase is, there's a creepy guy that's been following me. But I don't see him anymore. I think that maybe now I can make a run for it. The woman is saying that she thinks that maybe she can escape from a man that has been following her. And just to summarize, make a run for it means to make an escape. To run towards something or away from something. Great. Now let's look at some video clips for examples of this phrase.
They're my parents.
Hello, they locked you in a tower.
Hey, that was for my own...
Good! Now here's our chance. Let's go back inside and pretend we're not home.
Harold, we have to be...
Quick! While they're not looking, we can make a run for it.
Shrek, stop it!
Here, Shrek and Fiona are about to meet her parents for the first time since getting married. Shrek doesn't want to be there. He wants to leave. He says, we can make a run for it. Shrek is saying that they can run away while her parents are not looking.
Sorry, would you mind hanging on to that?
Unless...
What?
Do you want to make a run for it?
Hold on to that as well. That'd be very great.
You think I should?
Yes. No, I must have left them where I was having a cup of coffee. I'm sorry.
Here, Daniel is talking to his son, Sam, at the airport. His son is in love with a young girl and wants to say goodbye to her, but he can't go past the security guard. His father suggests that he make a run for it. His father is suggesting that he run past the guard and try to find the girl that he loves.
I think I have an idea.
You know, we're gonna have to come up with some sort of plan. He's just gonna wait us to death.
Yeah, well, I was
Why don't we
thinking
just make a run for it? We outran him yesterday. Run for it? Running's not a plan. Now, running's what you do when the plan fails. Valentine, you're not even trying to think of a plan.
Here, Valentine is talking to Earl about how to escape from the monster located underground. Valentine suggests that they make a run for it. Valentine is saying that they should try to run away from the monster, but Earl doesn't think that this is a good idea. Okay, we've come to our last phrase. The name of this phrase is, not break a sweat. The meaning of this phrase is, to say that something is not hard for someone to do. An example of this phrase is, I go for a 40-minute jog every morning and I barely break a sweat. It's really quite easy. This means that running for 40 minutes in the morning is very easy for me to do. And just to summarize, not break a sweat refers to something that is not difficult to do. It's easy. Great. Now let's look at some video clips for examples of this phrase.
Come on, fight that clock! Fight that clock! Scary monsters don't have clock! 118. Do you have 119? Do I see 120? Oh, I don't believe it!
I'm not even breaking a sweat.
Not you! Look! The new commercial's on!
Here, Sully is a good-hearted monster that is trying to prepare to do his job. When his friend, Mike, says, I don't believe it, Sully thinks that Mike is impressed with his strength. Sully then says that he's not even breaking a sweat. Sully is saying that these exercises are easy for him to do. They don't even make him sweat a little bit.
They don't care whose soil they're on this lot. You know, they could buy up half of London without even breaking sweat. To them, you're small time. They could click their fingers with the ether.
Here, Archie is worried about Yuri, a bad man that is very rich. Archie tells Lenny that Yuri can buy up half of London without even breaking a sweat. Archie is saying that Yuri is so rich that he can buy half of the city very easily. What Archie is really saying is that Yuri is a very powerful man.
So that you can remain ever sheltered, ever passive, ever ravenous consumers who can't bring themselves to rise from their couches, break a sweat, and participate in life.
Here, the announcer is talking about how consumers want to have superheroes around to protect them, but how they don't want to get up off of their couches and break a sweat. The announcer is saying that most consumers don't want to work hard in life and do things that require effort. People are lazy and want to sit around watching TV most of the time. Congratulations, you've completed the video. I hope that you will now understand these phrases when you hear them in the future.